NCAP's a really significant collection because for most of its existence it was secret. We now hold over 30 million images and counting, and they record the Second World War in its entirety, the Cold War in its entirety, and history from a completely unique perspective. During wartime, the aerial photography was a key source of intelligence. The privilege of working with the archive is that you're often looking at photography that hasn't been looked at since the Second World War. There is one mission that I remember discovering decades ago where it records a key point of the history of Auschwitz-Birkenau, and this is photographic evidence that otherwise isn't known to exist of a key moment in the history of the camp. One of the biggest uses of the archive in recent decades has been using the imagery to locate unexploded bombs. But more recently, we're doing more work using the archive because it covers large portions of the Earth's surface to look at issues such as climate change, coastal erosion, all forms of environmental change. Beyond historical documentaries, we've also worked on projects including Band of Brothers over 20 years ago, and more recently, Masters of the Air. For that landmark programme, we supplied Apple TV with imagery that records targets that were featured in the series before and after bombing raids. So that was a really prominent use of the imagery from the archive in a project that was seen around the world. One of the biggest challenges that we have is the archive is deteriorating. So we have to use technology to look at how we can accelerate the pace with which we're actually preserving and digitising the archive. We've actually ourselves had to develop a robotically operated system where we can automate the digitisation of photographic prints. In recent years, we've perfected how we digitise millions of aerial photographs and create data that allows that photography to be more easily discovered by users. Millions of images will ultimately become accessible, those from NCAP, but also from our partners around the world. By accessing this photography, it will transform people's ability to understand history from a completely different perspective.